2021 has been a crazy year so far, and following 2020 kind of makes sense. 2020 was crazy. Like, the world is just like on fire, and sometimes it just feels like everything's going wrong, and sometimes it feels like I've kind of forgotten everything that has gone wrong. Like, do we even remember the Australian bushfires or the almost war with Iran early last year? No one really talks about that. We're now just thinking about COVID and politics and the riots and all that craziness. And I've just been thinking a lot about this kind of stuff because it's what's in the news. It's what's going on right now. It's just all this craziness. And then I was reading Matthew 24, and there was just kind of some similarities to the two. And Matthew 24 is where Jesus is talking about what will happen before the end. And I'm not here to say we're in the end times or Jesus is coming back tomorrow. He could come back anytime. The apostles believed he was coming back, and that was 2,000 years ago, so it's sooner than that, than when they thought. So I just like to read Matthew 24, 6 through 14, and you can make a decision for yourself. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pangs. They will deliver you up to tribunals and put you to death, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will fall away and betray one another and hate one another. And many false prophets will rise and lead many astray. And because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will go cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And I was just reading this, and it kind of feels like what's going on right now with just the world and how crazy things are. And, it can get really, really depressing sometimes. I mean, like, what's going on, God? What's happening? Why is everything falling apart? But I just, in some ways, take a lot of comfort, actually, that this sort of thing was foretold, that trials and tribulations and destructions, and as this passage describes, birth pangs, leading to Christ coming back, is to be expected. It is normal. And it just reminded me of a passage in Revelations that just gives me great hope when it comes to thinking about all these bad things happening, but that we're going to overcome. And that's Revelations 12. I'll just find it here. Revelations 12, 10 through 12. And this is John's hearing a voice from heaven during all of the things that were prophesied in Revelations. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, "Now the salvation and power and kingdom of our God and the authority of Christ has come. For the accuser of the brethren has been thrown down, who accused them night and day before our God. And they have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, for they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil has come down to you in great wrath, because he knows the time is short." And I was just reading this verse, and there's, bad things that are happening right now in this world, and it's a crazy time. And there's a lot of brokenness and hurting. But in this verse, it talks about how we Christians, the brethren, will overcome. That Christ will return, that we will live in heaven, and that we will see better days. Now, they may not be on this earth, but we will see the glory of God revealed. And I'd like to just take the next few videos that I'm going to be doing just to talk about this verse. And just specifically verse 11. And breaking it down into the three different keys that are laid out there. That they conquer, they triumph by the blood of the Lamb, by their testimonies, and because they did not love their own life. Thank you for watching the Frontline Update. If you like this video and want to hear more, please subscribe and click the notification bell. If you're interested in listening via podcast or would like to check out our blog, visit frontlinemn.org for more information. We look forward to seeing you next week. The best is yet to be.